What's up, you guys? Nathan Bell here, doing another Star Wars The Black Series review on the Walgreens exclusive Emperor's Wrath Darth Vader. He's looking pretty badass so far now. Before we get into the figure, let's just take a quick look at the accessory he came with. Darth Vader only comes with one accessory, and it is his lightsaber. I don't know if this is the same exact lightsaber that came with the other Darth Vader. It could be, but it's still just as good. You can see how it's very nice detail in there, man. There's no really colors besides just the silver and the black. You can see the little chain thing right there, but it does not, there's no place on his belt to clip in or anything like that, or even on his side for that matter. It does come in two parts. You see how it's got the little notch right there and the hole right there. You just click that right in, and the lightsaber part is a translucent red plastic, and that looks very nice. You can see how it's a little bit warped on mine. I don't really know how to straighten that out. I don't want to use a hair dryer because I just feel like the plastic is too thin and I don't want it to melt. But if you guys have any better ideas, please let me know in the comments below. There's nothing at the bottom just besides, you know, that nice silver paint. See how it's got the edges? I believe there's 6 edges right, you know, for him to grip the lightsaber. It's kind of a pain in the ass to make it fit in his hand because you don't really want to warp his hand at all. So I started from the bottom and then just went up and I kind of grooved it in there. And that works out pretty good. So there's a quick look at the handle. Now let's get into Darth Vader. So excited about this. I missed out on the first one. I don't have that figure. So when I saw that Hasbro was going to put out another one, but with the translucent head sculpt, I had to have it. I haven't seen them in stores yet. So if you're banking on that, I wouldn't. How I got mine was I got on Walgreens.com and ordered it. At first I thought my order was going to be canceled because I talked to a couple other friends. And theirs got canceled, but mine went through, so thank God for that. And it actually took 2 days to get here, so very good shipping. And the body mold is I think it's the same, man. I don't really know, but the head sculpt is definitely different. It's even a different helmet. This one doesn't come apart to see the face, and you can see how it kind of is like better proportioned on this body than the other. Let's get a close-up of that. Oh, so cool, man. At first when I saw this, like the pictures, I thought that his eye goggles were painted black, but they're not. Those are actually the eye sockets inside the helmet. Hasbro actually sculpted a skull inside the helmet, man. How cool is that? You can see the blue lines going through, which I feel like I watched a couple of reviews and people were like, oh, those are veins. I don't think they are. I think they're the like electricity marks that Emperor Palpatine like puts on him when, you know, Darth Vader picks him up and throws him in the hole. So badass, man. That skull in there is so cool. I wish I could try to get a good angle from it, but you can't really see it underneath. I mean, you can a little bit, like right there, that angle. Just so cool, man. They sculpted it so nice. I'm a big fan of the translucent plastic. And then you got his chest plate, which is very nice. They did a good job with that. That's just, you know, that plasticky, like, it is, you can move it. It's not hard plastic. It's got paint on it. It's got the black and silver, and then you also have his chain going around his neck. He has some soft goods right here that cover, you know, his, like, rubberized bodysuit. It's got the buttons. Those are painted very nice. You got your reds, your blues, some darker reds right there. His belt, I don't know if that's a speaker box. I'm not really sure, but it also looks like these on the sides are also speaker boxes. If you guys know more about that, please let me know in the comments below. Got some green buttons, and then it's identical to the other side. That's painted silver, and then you got this that can lift up, just, you know, as padding in the front there. That's got some nice sculpted lines on it. And the other cool thing is, I don't think they added this on the first Darth Vader, but you can take off this hand. You remember when Luke cut it off in that fight scene, you know, then later after he got electrified by Emperor Palpatine? So you got some cool wiring right there. You got some reds, blues, blacks, and greens. Very cool, man. So this doesn't have a hinge on it, which doesn't really bother me, because you can just put the lightsaber and still get him in a pretty cool pose. So that just pops back on there. And then his other hand, it's just articulated. Nothing really going on there, no gimmick. You can see the nice padding right there, though. Did a great job with that. Hasbro nailed this figure, in my opinion. Then you got his cuffs right there, sculpted very nice. Got the padding on the shoulders, and then you just lift up the cape, and that just continues on the back. There's a close-up of that. See if I can just fix my lighting a tiny bit. And then his lower cape is also soft goods. Same thing with the top. The only bummer, man, my only gripe with this figure is probably that his bow legs, man, they're bow-legged, which that kind of bummed me out, but I can fix it. I just got to take a hair drive to them. I'm not saying that this is going to happen with every figure, probably just a few, but you can just see that. What a bummer. But I think I just got to blow dry them and straighten them out, and that'll look a lot better. His boots have some very nice sculpted lines on there. Same thing with the actual, you know, shoe part, just some ruffles in there, not too much going on. Nothing on the back. take one closer look at that sculpted head to give you guys a better idea, and I'm just so excited about that, man. I think that looks very, very cool. Now let's get into some articulation. So, his foot can go about that far, goes back about that, and it does have an ankle pivot. He has a double jointed knee. That also has a thigh swivel. His leg can kick up about that far, goes back about that, and he cannot do a full split. His waist does rotate, and he also has an ab crunch that can go forward about that much, not very far, and then it goes back just a tiny bit. So this wrist can swivel, but there is no hinge, but this can swivel and it can hinge up and down, or if you turn it, it can go side to side. So his arm can go up about that far without it, colliding with his upper chest plate. It can go up and down, and then his head can turn side to side. Goes back about that far, and it can go forward about that, and it does have a little bit of a pivot. So let's do some figure comparison with other Star Wars Black Series figures that I've recently reviewed. Here is Darth Vader next to Kylo Ren, and Darth Vader is definitely taller than he is, and I think Hasbro should have made Kylo just a little bit taller. And here he is next to Captain Phasma, and they are roughly the same size. Captain Phasma might be a hair taller, it looks like. That's my review, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!